Hello everyone and welcome to the SwiftCase Productivity Podcast. My name is Sykes, founder of SwiftCase, the professional productivity platform.
And I'm McCarthy, development manager at SwiftCase, and I work in our Baltic Triangle office in Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm Phil. I also work in the Baltic Triangle with Craig, and I'm a developer.
And I'm Samantha at Eastwood. I work in Hoylake as a senior developer.
Okay, great. So this week's podcast is one that Craig's been researching into recently, which is around how
it's more how automation benefits health, and it's been something that's it's kind of inspired us a little bit because when you think of automation, I mean it's the whole argument at the minute, isn't it? Really, is it good? Is it bad? And so on. But a lot of the benefits that get spoken about tend to be more relating to productivity, wealth, and so on, and the free time that you have. But I think the health benefits it provides are really quite interesting.
Yeah.
We've spoken in the past, I think, about how it gives you a bit more free time. Yeah. Well, the first health benefit, I'd say, is it frees up your time. So potentially you can spend more time doing things like exercise, and just doing the things you enjoy.
Yeah,
really.
Because the actual system's taking the strain off you, isn't it? And it's doing things when you're not even there.
Exactly.
So you can be doing something else, or maybe you're doing something at different times of the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
So so that's one prime example, really. If you're not spending more time in your business, you can actually spend more time doing the stuff that you enjoy doing, which ultimately makes you happier as well.
Yeah. So what sort of things that would cause stress then? It's the repetitive things.
Well, yeah, stress. I mean, stress is the other thing, isn't it? Like stress is such. It's
bad for your health, isn't it?
Yeah. Primarily, it's one of the worst things for your health. It keeps you up at night, doesn't it? It can make you irritable, and ultimately, a stressful worker is someone who might not necessarily perform very well as well. So you've got the worry about, am I being the best I can be at work, or just keeping up and so on. Whereas if you implement automation, it reduces error, doesn't it? So you're less likely to make a mistake.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be awake all night thinking,
not being worried.
Got to do
I
this.
think you're less likely to forget things.
Exactly.
So, because you've got reminders. So
yeah, exactly. That's right.
So you're not, when you suddenly wake up thinking, I've forgotten to do something that's maybe quite urgent for a client.
But yeah, it's
all built into the system, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah. It's that whole, we discussed it before, didn't we, Sam, where it's the whole spinning plates thing. And I think if your working day feels like you're constantly trying to keep the plates spinning, then automation can take a bit of that weight off there for you, really, or just get rid of it completely. You don't want to be spending your whole day worrying about, have I actually done this?
There's a tendency for people to kind of just think, I'll remember to do that because it's important.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it as well, where it's like in the old days, back when I was a kid, they used to tie a knot in your handkerchief as a reminder. That's really ancient. So then when you pulled your handkerchief out, you go, oh yeah, I've got something important to do, what must it be?
Yeah.
But I think people put a lot of stress because people assume that they can handle large amounts of data.
Yeah.
But as we know, short-term memory can store like 7 things maximum, no matter who you are, or unless you train yourself to be a mnemonic wizard with particular skills.
Mind palace.
Yeah, mind palace, exactly. Yeah. Unless you Sherlock Holmes, you're going to struggle to remember everything.
Yeah.
And we're all guilty of overestimating our ability to do a lot of tasks and multitask as well.
Multitask is a fallacy.
It's
discussed that recently. That actually your brain switches between different tasks. You don't do 2 things at once.
Yeah.
You switch between them, and actually you're not as productive if you're multitasking.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to juggle or spin plates or fight fires or whatever you want to call it, you're jumping between all these tasks. You're not being productive. You're going, I forgot that, I forgot this. You're jumping all over the place.
So when you're switching, you've got to sort of come down from your focus on one thing, and then refocus on that, and then refocus again, and all that's kind of an inertia, isn't it?
Yeah.
Into wasted time.
Yeah.
Whereas a computer has no such issues.
No.
Does it?
Just the fact that you've actually got something written down, like a process that you have automated, the fact that you've got everything like documented and
it's your to-do list, isn't it? Really, you know, and if you've got something that takes care of that for you, then you've half of that.
To worry about.
Exactly.
And also, you're not having to. Nothing takes as long, so you're not having to sit. You've not got this 9 till 5 where I've got to sit on this chair for 8 hours. You can do other stuff because things are going to come in and on hold for you. And can wait. So you can get up and move around. You can do it on your phone.
That's another huge benefit, isn't it? Really, the fact that it's not bums in seats for 8 hours. When you've got a system in place that automates things that could potentially be accessible from anywhere, you know, you've got this new way of working that a lot of businesses are implementing now. I know we did quite some time ago, and it's been highly successful. Where you know, we don't expect people to just. It's 9 to 5. You've got to be there. You know, if you feel you're more productive later on in the day.
Well, exactly, and that has health benefits as well.
It's results that matter.
Because like there was a recent study that demonstrated that teenagers tend to have a later cycle, circadian rhythm, and that one major benefit that could be instituted is starting sixth form college at 10 o'clock. Of course, but because everyone that's involved in that system is human, it's very difficult. You know, so teachers need to be at that time. So like you can see there's an inertia in changing that. But when you can just change a setting on something, you know, it's literally just a calendar, move a calendar drop down, just down one number. It's very straightforward, isn't it?
But like Sam said, if you can do it anywhere, you can be at the gym and send your client a state something. You can be out running and like your client pings in, you can check where you're up to and just like, you know, the thing's already sending them an update before you even need to do anything. You just keep an oversight of it and make sure everything's happening as it's meant to be. And like the system's taking care of it while you're out doing something else. You know, that's it. It's a key benefit.
There's a lot of stress in constantly having to check, because you talk about this as well, where if you're constantly checking because you're not sure whether you're going to be informed, knowing that the reliance on the informing is on the system, means you can sort of go, it's fine, it will do. I'm not waiting for that person to get in touch with me. I know that if I set it at this time, or I've set it for when these conditions are met, then the automatic notification will happen.
And like Adam was just saying, I mean, the other health benefits surrounding that is, I think healthcare are going to start using, I know a lot of, you know, the GPs and stuff are using automatic alerts now,
I started getting them
rather than having to deal with receptionists and, you know, all the legwork you need to go through really in order to book an appointment. If you know when your doctor is going to be available and you can instantly book that online, amazing. You don't have to worry about ringing someone up and not getting through. Or I can take time out of work, which is another stress. You know, it's all a lot easier. But there's all sorts of awesome things happening with automation when it comes to healthcare as well. I know that there's some of the technology going on at the minute. And also with the implementation of 5G, we're probably going to be looking at remote healthcare, which, you know, it could save lives, really.
I think the key is, and a lot of the time wasted is for repetitive, the same kinds of inquiries as well. Like saying for like rebooking an appointment, cancel an appointment, doing all those things. Receptionists can get bogged down with just one person's multiple requests. That actually, if they have the data there, it's just one interaction.
Well, I think we've discussed it before, haven't we? When it comes to the likes of chatbots and so on, where you know you can kind of have this one method for the type of people who still want to communicate with people and maybe are a little bit shy about the whole technology thing, whereas others who, you know, they haven't got the time.
They want the light touch, don't they? They want light touch where like you don't want to speak to anyone, you don't engage. Well, not engage with someone, but you don't want to get involved. You just want to quickly.
You know what you're at.
I want an appointment next week.
Exactly.
When's the next free appointment? Great. Press one button. It's done, and then it reminds you, you know, the day before and the hour before or whatever to say you've got an appointment at the doctor's. The doctor reduces their missed appointments, which costs the NHS. Thousands every year, millions every year. But, you know, it's a significant figure, isn't it? Like, you know, that all gets reduced. It's benefit all round. But coming back to the 5G, I remember there used to be some doctors who live next door to someone I used to do some computer work for, and they used to need x-rays, and they had to have like a special satellite internet put in just to get these x-ray pictures, because they're high resolution images, they're large files. And if you've got 5G, you can just get that wherever you are, where, and certainly if the signal's rolled out, sufficiently across the country, then things like sending large amounts of data for healthcare reasons suddenly becomes a lot more possible, and you can get imaging information wherever you are.
It's literally life-saving stuff that gets implemented, really. I mean, on top of that though, we've also, one other thing we haven't really talked about, I suppose, is how automation can really help with the likes of compliance when it comes to health and safety checks.
Yeah, that's true.
If you've got people that work in particular industries,
like construction,
like
people working at height or something like that.
Or do risk assessments and so on. They're able to go out there, and if they've got a process in place that's automated, it means they can get those done a lot quicker. They can get on site a lot quicker, and ultimately, it's a lot more safe because automation means that it's less likely for human error.
Yeah,
really.
Well, it's less likely to be circumvented deliberately because it's too cumbersome and gets in the way of doing a job.
Yeah.
Which is what we discovered with the workflows in hospitals, was that people were effectively breaking the laws, privacy laws, like WhatsApping each other, X-rays and like that, because the system that wasn't particularly well automated.
Yeah.
Was too circuitous, so they didn't do it deliberately. They did it to save lives, but in the end, they were breaking laws.
Okay, so just to sort of summarise the key points, really, I suppose the first thing is automation, and certainly putting in a digital solution. It's going to free up your time so you can be somewhere else and do exercise or whatever else you want to do.
Spend time with your family. What makes you happy?
Less stress.
Yeah.
So it's going to reduce stress because there's not going to be the errors, and you don't need to remember everything. So you're going to reduce stress on a number of levels, and you're going to reduce stress because you're going to get better night's sleep because you've got all your tasks down, and you're going to be working on that. It's going to reduce stress because you're not jumping from task to task, spinning plates. It's going to hopefully improve the healthcare system by providing new features and through 5G remote healthcare and things like that. So anything else we covered? That's pretty much all the health benefits you can get, but there's some pretty good health benefits that are So
it's funny how much of it was focused on stress relief, which
it's a big issue, isn't it? Stress, isn't it? Like business, and like Craig said, if anything we can do to reduce stress is going to make a happier workforce, a more productive workforce, and ultimately everyone's better off for it, aren't they?
Exactly.
You want to create an atmosphere where people want to come to work and enjoy being part of the team. So I think anything we can do to aid that is all for the better, isn't it?
Yeah.
So great. So I hope you enjoyed our podcast today on health and automation and healthcare. So if you've got any comments on what we've been talking about today, and get any other ideas how automation can help with these particular issues, then drop a comment below in the comments.
Yeah, and don't forget to follow us on social media. We're available on all the channels. You can find us at SwiftCase UK on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and pretty much any other one you can find.
And don't forget to subscribe below and click the bell to get notified of our next podcast or video content.
And check out swiftcase.co.uk for more information about some of the ways maybe we can help with automation. And some of the other things we do as well.
That's great, and thanks for Sam. This is our first podcast with the SwiftCase Productivity Podcast, and hopefully not the last. So thanks, and hope you've enjoyed listening to us, and see you next time.